Assalamu alaikum everyone. Today we are going to start a new chapter, General Principles and Processes of Isolation of Elements. That is nothing but metallurgy. In this chapter you will be learning about some terminology and the different steps involved in a metallurgical process. यानी कि एलिमेंट्स को उनके ओर से हम कैसे एक्सट्रैक्ट करते हैं, कौन से मेथड्स अप्लाई करते हैं, ये पूरा जो है इस चैप्टर में पढ़ा जाएगा. Now, if you talk about the Earth crust, how the elements are distributed or they are available in the Earth crust, we can find that oxygen is the most abundant element, followed by silicon and aluminium and other elements. And when you talk about only metals, aluminium is the most abundant metal, followed by iron, calcium, then sodium, potassium. They are present in low percentages. Aluminium is the only metal which is abundant in the earth crust. Now, in ancient times, all these metals were used in one way or the other way. They were separated from their ores in whatever form they were available in the earth crust. They were separated and they were used for preparation of weapons or ornaments or some other tools which they used for different activities. So that's why many of the civilization names are given on the basis of these metals like copper age, bronze age. तो इंसान को जो है ये एलिमेंट्स कोई ना कोई तौर पे इस्तेमाल होते हैं पुराने ज़माने से. इस वजह से कुछ ऐसे भी एलिमेंट्स है, कुछ ऐसे मेटल्स है जिनको हम बोलते हैं सेवन मेटल्स ऑफ एंटिक्विटी. एंटिक्विटी यानी कि पहले ज़माने वाले मेटल्स जिसको जो है इंसान अपने ज़रूरत के तौर पर इस्तेमाल करते आया है. That is, seven metals of antiquity are gold, silver, copper, lead, tin, iron, and mercury. Starting the chapter, we'll be learning some important terms. First, minerals. Minerals are naturally occurring substances which are obtained by mining, and they contain metal either in the free state or in their combined state. मिनरल एक ऐसी कुदरती चीज़ है जो हमको जो है ज़मीन से मिल जाती है, जो या तो फ्री फॉर्म या फिर कंबाइंड फॉर्म में रहती है. फ्री फॉर्म का मतलब होता है इसके साथ कोई दूसरे इम्प्यूरिटीज़ या कोई एलिमेंट्स कंबाइंड नहीं रहेंगे, सिर्फ फिजिकली कंबाइंड हो सकते हैं, केमिकली कंबाइंड नहीं रहेंगे. जैसे कि एग्जांपल गोल्ड, सिल्वर, प्लैटिनम, समटाइम्स इफ यू टॉक अबाउट पलाडियम. ये कुछ ऐसे एलिमेंट्स हैं जो अर्थ क्रस्ट में आपको फ्री फॉर्म, नेटिव फॉर्म में मिलते हैं. दे आर जस्ट combined with physical substances, but they are rarely combined in chemical manner. Whereas combined state means those metals or the elements will be in either oxide form, sulfate form, nitrate form, carbonate form. Means they are chemically combined with another different types of elements. So let it be either in free form or in combined form. If they are available in the earth crust, those substances we call them as minerals. अपने आसपास जितने भी substances earth crust में available है, आप सबको जो है minerals बोल सकते हैं. Next, ore. Ore is nothing but the mineral from which metal can be extracted easily and economically. Ore is nothing but a metal can be extracted easily and economically. That mineral will be called as an ore. यानी कि और एक ऐसा मिनरल है जिससे आप एक मेटल को आप आसानी से एक्सट्रैक्ट कर सकते हैं और उसके एक्सट्रैक्शन के प्रोसेस में ज़्यादा एक्सपेंसेस नहीं होना, यानी कि चीप वे में वो एक्सट्रैक्शन होना है. जो टेक्निक्स आप अप्लाई करेंगे, जो मेथड्स उसको एक्सट्रैक्ट करने के लिए इस्तेमाल करेंगे, वो आसान होना है और लेस कॉस्टली रहना है. दैट इज एक्सपेंसिव नहीं रहना है. वैसे टाइप के मिनरल्स को आप बोलेंगे ओर्स. अब जैसे कि एग्जांपल कोई वेजिटेबल है जो पर्टिकुलर अलग अलग मार्केट्स में अवेलेबल है. एक पर्टिकुलर मार्केट वन में उसका कॉस्ट बहुत ज़्यादा है, सेकेंड मार्केट में कॉस्ट कम है और ज़्यादा क्वांटिटी में भी आप ले सकते हैं, थर्ड मार्केट में कॉस्ट कम है, ज़्यादा क्वांटिटी में ले सकते हैं लेकिन उसकी क्वालिटी नहीं है, तो हम प्रिफर करेंगे सेकेंड मार्केट जहाँ पे कॉस्ट कम है और आपको ज़्यादा क्वांटिटी में मिलेगा और क्वालिटी में मिलेगा। तो जो भी वेजिटेबल आपको जो सेकेंड मार्केट से मिलेगा उसको आप बोलेंगे और बाकी के तीनों मार्केट्स में जो भी है अवेलेबल उसको आप बोलेंगे मिनरल्स। मतलब हर चीज़ मिनरल ही काउंट होती है, लेकिन उस मिनरल्स में से अगर आप कोई मिनरल ईजिली एक्सट्रैक्ट कर सकते हैं उसको हम बोलते हैं और। फॉर एग्जाम्पल हियर दीज आर the metals and these are the ores from which these metals are extracted. Like aluminum, its important ore is bauxite. Other than bauxite we have different ores like corundum and other ores are there, but the main important ore is bauxite ore from which aluminum is extracted. In the same manner, if you talk about iron, it has important ores as hematite, magnetite, siderite and iron pyrites. These are all the important ores of iron. अगर सपोज आप इन चारों को मिनरल्स बोलते हैं, अगर आपको आयरन ज़्यादा हेमेटाइट से मिल रहा है तो इस हेमेटाइट को आप बोलेंगे और ये तीन सिर्फ मिनरल कहलाएंगे। हालांकि ये पूरे चारों और ही हैं। एक एग्जाम्पल के तौर पे अगर ये चारों मिनरल्स है और इनमें से आपको हेमेटाइट से आयरन ज़्यादा मिल रहा है तो हेमेटाइट को आप और बोलेंगे और बाकी सबको आप सिर्फ मिनरल बोलेंगे। मीन्स all ores are minerals but all minerals are not ores। सभी मिनरल्स को आप और नहीं बोल सकते हैं क्योंकि सभी मिनरल से आप मेटल आसानी से एक्सट्रैक्ट नहीं कर पाएंगे या फिर वो कॉस्टली होंगे या फिर उसकी क्वालिटी नहीं रहेगी। Then we have some examples of copper also: copper pyrite, malachite, cuprite, copper glance, zinc ores are zinc blende, calamine and zincite. Commonly when you talk about pyrites, those are all sulfide ores. It can be asked for 1 mark, what is the composition of zinc blende, or name the important ore of zinc or copper or iron or aluminium. Next, gang or matrix. Gang is nothing but unwanted impurities present with the ore is called as gang. Unwanted impurities like mud, sand and clay which are not required, which are unwanted and they are not required during metal extraction, that type of impurities we call them as gang. जैसे कि एग्जांपल अगर कोई फिर से लेता हूँ वेजिटेबल का एग्जांपल, लीफी पार्ट इंपॉर्टेंट रहता है, रूट पार्ट अपने काम का नहीं रहता है। तो वेजिटेबल जब परचेज करते हैं घर पे जब हम लाते हैं, हम वहाँ पे क्या करते हैं, लीफ पार्ट को अलग कर लेते हैं और ये रूट पार्ट जो है हम फेंक देते हैं। तो ये रूट पार्ट अनवांटेड कैटेगरी में आ जाता है। सो ये ऐसे अनवांटेड इम्प्योरिटीज जो ओर के साथ प्रेजेंट होते हैं उनको हम बोलते हैं गैंग। फ्लक्स, it is the substance that is added to remove the gang in the form of slag। गैंग रिमूव करने के लिए जो भी हम केमिकल सब्सटेंस ऐड करते हैं मेटल एक्सट्रैक्शंस के टाइम पर, वैसे सब्सटेंस को हम बोलते हैं फ्लक्स। एग्जाम्पल, if you talk about iron extraction where we will be using limestone as a basic flux to remove the acidic silica gang, SiO2 will be the gang particles present with iron ore. So to remove that one we will be adding limestone. So whenever you are selecting a flux, it should be either acidic or basic, depends on the nature of the gang particles. If the gang particles are acidic, you have to select a basic flux. If gang particles are basic, you have to select an acidic flux. In iron extraction, just now we have seen acidic silica gang will be there as an unwanted impurity. There you will be adding limestone as a basic flux. If you talk about copper extraction, there iron oxide will be acting as a basic gang. That time you will be adding silica. Here it is acting as a gang, whereas in copper extraction silica will act as a acidic flux. Again it will combine with the basic ferrous oxide and it will remove it from the copper ore. So whenever flux has to be selected, you have to check the nature of the gangue particles. Next term is slag. Whenever this flux is added, this flux combines with the gangue, that is unwanted impurities, and it will convert into a molten liquid substance that is called as slag. So slag is nothing but molten mass obtained by the combination of flux and gangue. That is, flux plus gangue is equal to slag. So these are all the terms used in metal extraction, and that scientific and technological process used for the isolation of metals from its ore is called as metallurgy. Scientific and technological process used for the isolation of metal from its ore is called as metallurgy. हर एक मेटल के लिए प्रोसेसेस मेथड्स अलग अलग है, लेकिन जो भी मेथड्स हम अप्लाई करते हैं ये पूरे इस metallurgical term के अंदर ही आ जाते हैं. It includes all the different steps involved in isolation of metal from their ores. In the next slide, we'll be learning which are the different steps involved in the extraction of metal from its ore. Whenever you are extracting metal from its ore, these are the common and important steps involved. First step, concentration of ore, which is also called as ore dressing or ore benefaction. Then extraction of crude metal from concentrated ore, then purification or refining of crude metal. ये तीन स्टेप हर मेटलर्जिकल प्रोसेस में इन्वॉल्व है. अब मेटल के ऊपर डिपेंड करेगा कौन सा मेटल आप एक्सट्रैक्ट कर रहे हैं, उसमें थोड़े बहुत चेंजेस आ सकते हैं, लेकिन ये तीन मेजर स्टेप्स है जो हर मेटलर्जिकल प्रोसेस में इन्वॉल्व रहते हैं. First, we'll go with concentration of ore or ore dressing, or also called as ore benefaction. It is nothing but a process of removal of unwanted impurities from the ore is called as ore concentration. यानी कि इस स्टेप में हम क्या करते हैं, ओर में जो भी गैंग पार्टिकल्स प्रेजेंट है फिजिकली कंबाइंड या फिर थोड़े बहुत केमिकली कंबाइंड, उनको हम ओर से जितना हो सके उतना निकाल देते हैं. वी रिमूव दोज अनवांटेड इम्प्यूरिटीज. पहले तो मेटलर्जिकल प्रोसेस यानी कि कॉन्सेंट्रेशन स्टार्ट करने से पहले जो भी हम और माइन करके लाते हैं माइनिंग एरिया से, पहले उसे बड़े बड़े क्रशर्स में क्रश करके डिजायर्ड साइज में उसे जो है स्मॉल साइजेस या डिजायर्ड साइज में जो चेंज किया जाता है और बाद में कॉन्सेंट्रेशन के लिए लेके जाते हैं. आफ्टर माइनिंग ऑल दोज ओर पार्टिकल्स आर क्रश डाउन इनटू स्मॉलर size or different grades of ores, and thereon we start the concentration of ore. First we remove all the gangue particles, that is unwanted impurities. That process we call it as ore concentration. Now this ore concentration process is carried out by different techniques. Again, it depends on the type of ore or the type of metal from the ore from which you are going to extract the metal. It depends, like you can apply hydraulic washing for some metal ores, or magnetic separation, or froth flotation, or leaching. Each method is having some principle based on which you will be carrying out these processes. Let us begin with one of the concentration method, that is called as hydraulic washing or gravity separation. In this method, it is based on the differences in the specific gravities of ore particles and gangue particles. यानी कि यहाँ पे ये मेथड हम ऐसे ओर्स के लिए अप्लाई करते हैं जिनमें ओर पार्टिकल और गैंग पार्टिकल के वेट में डिफरेंस रहना है. स्पेशली ये मेथड ऐसे ओर्स के लिए अप्लाई करेंगे जहाँ पे ओर पार्टिकल्स गैंग पार्टिकल्स से हेवी होते हैं, like oxide ores or carbonate ores of different metals. They are concentrated by hydraulic washing or gravity separation. So whenever you are asked question regarding explain hydraulic washing or gravity separation, the important thing, you have to write the principle, then you can mention the example, and in your own words you can explain the process. But the requirement is the principle is very important. For 1 mark questions also they can ask the principle, what is the principle behind hydraulic washing. So here I'll take one of the method by which hydraulic washing is carried out. Here you can find a sloping platform. थोड़ा उतार होता है, एक तरह का एक सरफेस है जो डाउनवर्ड के तरफ शिफ्ट हो रहा है. इसमें कुछ वेजेस हैं, यानी कि कुछ ट्रायंगुलर शेप स्ट्रक्चर जिसको हम बोलते हैं वेजेस. तो यहाँ पर हम जो और जिसको आप कॉन्सेंट्रेट करना है पाउडर फॉर्म में यहाँ पे रख सकते हैं, या फिर ये हॉपर के ज़रिए से वो और पार्टिकल्स को हम यहाँ पे ड्रॉप कर सकते हैं. जैसे ये हॉपर के ज़रिए से अगर आप और पार्टिकल्स को ड्रॉप करेंगे यहाँ पर, वेन एवर यू ड्रॉप द और पार्टिकल्स फ्रॉम दिस हॉपर और when you place the ore particles here, you will pass a stream of running water. As soon as you pass a stream of running water, the lighter gangue particles, because of their light weight, they are carried by this stream of running water and it will flow away, whereas the heavier ore particles, they get trapped in these wedges. They are not carried by water because of their weight, they are trapped in these wedges. In this manner, the lighter gangue particles are washed away, leaving behind heavier ore particles. This is called as hydraulic washing. Next concentration method is magnetic separation. Name itself tells some magnetic nature is required here in the concentration of ore. So this method is based on the differences in the magnetic property of ore particles. That is, either the ore particle should be magnetic or the gangue particle should be magnetic. और या गैंग पार्टिकल्स में से कोई एक मैग्नेटिक कैरेक्टर वाला स्पीशीज होना ज़रूरी है इस मेथड को अप्लाई करने के लिए. जैसे कि वोल्फ्रामाइट एक और है जिसमें कैसेट्राइट SnO2 जो है गैंग पार्टिकल की तरह रहता है, जिसको आप सेपरेट कर सकते हैं. या तो आप कैसेट्राइट सेपरेट करना चाह रहे हैं तो इसको हम गैंग बोलेंगे, या फिर ये अगर और है तो इसको हम गैंग बोलेंगे. तो लेकिन दोनों का नेचर कैसा है, एक मैग्नेटिक और दूसरा जो है नॉन मैग्नेटिक. इन द सेम मैनर क्रोमाइट ओर इज सेपरेटेड बाय magnetic separation method from its non-magnetic silica gangue particles. So in this method what we do is we take two rollers. Out of two, one will be a magnetic roller, another will be a non-magnetic roller. This is a conveyor belt. Conveyor belt will carry the powdered ore from this roller to this roller. So powdered ore is feeded from this hopper. This powdered ore will be carried by this conveyor belt and it reaches the magnetic roller. When the ore particles reach the magnetic roller, whatever magnetic particles are there, it can be ore or it can be gangue, they are attracted by this magnetic roller and they stick to the magnetic roller. Whereas the non-magnetic particles, they are not attracted by this magnetic roller. Because of its revolution, they fall away from the magnetic roller. Whereas the magnetic particle which are attracted, they remain with the magnetic roller for some time. When they come down, they fall in another heap. So in this way, you are able to separate out magnetic particles and non-magnetic particles. Magnetic particles fall very close to the magnetic roller, whereas non-magnetic particles, they fall away from the magnetic roller. Froth flotation method, another important concentration of ore method. It is based on the wettability of ore particles and gangue particles. Or we also can say this method is applied where ore particles are lighter than gangue particles. That is opposite of gravity separation method. This method is applied commonly for concentration of sulfide ores like zinc blende and galena. यहाँ पे वेटेबिलिटी का मतलब होता है इस मेथड में हम ऐसे ओर्स को जो है कॉन्सेंट्रेट करते हैं जिसका वाटर के साथ एफिनिटी कम होता है और गैंग पार्टिकल्स का वाटर के साथ एफिनिटी ज़्यादा होता है. तो कॉमनली सल्फाइड ओर्स का नेचर वही है. सल्फाइड ओर्स हैव मोर एफिनिटी with some chemical reagents which are added during this process, whereas the gangue particles will be having affinity with water. So in this process, a large tank will be taken, powdered ore will be introduced in this tank. After taking the powdered ore, we add some chemical reagents. First of all, collectors. Collectors increase non-wettability of ore particles. Already the ore particles are having very less affinity with water. Again, it is increased by adding suitable chemical reagents which are called as collectors, like pine oil, fatty acids or xanthates. After addition of collectors, a rotating paddle will be introduced and it will be rotated with high speed by blowing air, due to which what happens, this powdered ore combines with pine oil or other suitable collectors and forms the froth. They come to the surface in the form of froth, यानी कि झाग के तरह बन के ये surface पे आ जाता है. And this froth will be containing the ore particles on the surface of those bubbles. On the surface of the bubbles we can find the ore particles are adsorbed. So after that you will be adding froth stabilizers during this process. So the role of froth stabilizers is they stabilize the froth. Once you get large amount of froth, and when these froth stabilizers are added, this froth will remain stable for long time. Means the bubbles will not burst out, it will not change into liquid form again. So to stabilize this froth, because this froth only contains the powdered ore particles, so due to increase the stability of these froth, we add froth stabilizers. Once you get a large amount of froth, it will be taken out from this container and taken to some other container where it is dried and powdered particles are separated out. Ore particles are separated out. The common froth stabilizers are cresol and aniline. If you are having a mixture of two sulfide ores, that also can be separated by this method, where you have to adjust the oil to water proportion, or you can add another type of chemical reagent that is nothing but called as depressants. So depressants are used to separate out a mixture of two sulfide ores. If you take in the example of a mixture of zinc blende and galena, if you require galena or if you require zinc blende, one of them will be converted into a froth and one of them will remain in the container. Like sodium cyanide is a very good depressing agent, that is, it acts as a depressant. When you add sodium cyanide in a mixture of these two sulfide ores, sodium cyanide combines with zinc blende, that is, it combines with zinc and forms a complex, a coordination compound, which will reduce the froth formation capacity of zinc blende. Hence, it will not form a froth, whereas the remaining part, galena, that is PBS, it will combine with these collectors and forms the froth and it will come to the surface. In this manner, sodium cyanide prevents zinc blende to form the froth and allows galena to form the froth. Next is leaching process, a very important process of concentration of ores. And now this method is employed if the ore particles are soluble in a suitable solvent like sodium hydroxide or sodium cyanide, where the ore particles dissolve and the gangue particles remain insoluble, and later on the ore particles are again precipitated out by adding suitable chemical reagent. Here this method is employed commonly for bauxite ore concentration. Even gold and silver are also concentrated by this method. We'll discuss one of the example, that is leaching process of alumina from bauxite ore, which is also called as Bayer's process. In the first step, the powdered bauxite ore is dissolved in sodium hydroxide solution, which is concentrated at a temperature of around 473 to 523 Kelvin and under a high pressure of 35 to 36 bar. So this step we call it as digestion of ore, where bauxite ore dissolves in this concentrated sodium hydroxide solution and forms sodium aluminate solution. It dissolves in the solution and forms sodium aluminate solution. Along with that, whatever gangue particles were there, like silica, oxides of iron, and titanium oxide, out of these three, silica also dissolves in sodium hydroxide because silica is acidic. It reacts with this strong base and forms a sodium silicate, which is also soluble. And left out are oxides of iron and titanium oxide, which will remain insoluble, and they are separated out by suitable filtration methods. In the next step, this aluminate solution, as it is basic in nature, it will be neutralized by passing carbon dioxide gas, and to convert into precipitate, we add small amount of hydrated alumina, which causes precipitation of this alumina, and that we call it as seeding process. The sodium silicate solution will remain as it is soluble, whereas aluminate solution will come out in the form of precipitate, which is called as hydrated alumina. Upon passage of CO2 gas, it will be neutralized, and upon addition of hydrated alumina, precipitation process increases. Once you get this hydrated alumina, it will be filtered out from the sodium silicate solution. It will be dried and it will be heated to a temperature of around 1473 Kelvin to get pure alumina. This pure alumina will be next taken to the extraction of aluminium by suitable methods, that is electrolytic or electrometallurgical method.